There's a door in every home that no one questions. A room you never use. A guest room you never open. A locked basement you never go into. For 6-year-old Emily Carter, that room was at the end of the hallway. Her husband always kept it locked. He said it was for storage. She believed him, until the night she found her own handwriting inside. This is the disturbing case of the room she never entered. Emily and her husband Mark moved into a quiet suburban home. New life, new beginning, everything felt perfect. Except one thing, a locked door at the end of the hallway. Mark claimed, "It's full of old junk from the previous owner. I'll clear it out later." Emily tried not to think much about it, but every night she felt watched, as if something waited behind that door. Some nights, she heard soft tapping from the other side. Mark brushed it off, pipes expanding from temperature changes. But the tapping always stopped. The second she got close, Emily installed a baby monitor camera in the hallway just in case. One night, she reviewed the footage. At 3:11 a.m., the locked door shook, just slightly, then froze. The next frame, the door was open. The frame after closed again, she showed Mark the footage. He deleted it. He said, "It's a glitch. Forget about it." But Emily couldn't. Mark left on a business trip. Emily was alone. That night, the tapping grew louder. Knuckles on wood. Like someone inside was begging to come out. The doorknob twisted. Once, twice, 3 times. Emily ran to her room, barricading herself inside. From the hallway came a voice. "Emily, let me out." Not Mark's voice. Not human. A deeper, wet voice. Like someone speaking through a mouthful of mud. Emily called Mark. He answered on the first ring, whispering, "Do not open that door, whatever you do." Then the call cut. The next morning, sunlight made the fear feel foolish. Emily searched for the key and found one taped under Mark's desk drawer. Handwritten label, "For emergency only." Emily stared at the locked door. Her curiosity burned. She put the key in the lock. The key turned itself the rest of the way. The room smelled like rotting leaves and damp earth. Inside, no furniture, no windows, just drawings on the walls. Hundreds. Drawings of Emily, sleeping, smiling, terrified, and screaming. Drawings dated back 2 years before she even met Mark. And in the center of the room, hanging from the ceiling, a small security camera pointing directly at the door. Live recording indicator blinking red. Under the camera, she found a smartphone. She turned it on. Videos. Dozens of them, all labeled with dates. She opened the most recent. Emily sleeping. Recorded the night before. Camera angle from inside the locked room. Then she opened the oldest video. Mark building the house's interior months before they moved in. The room was already there, already prepared. For her, Emily dropped the phone, shaking. Behind her, the door slammed shut. Emily banged on the door, screaming for help. Then she heard movement inside the walls. Scratching, breathing, bones cracking as something crawled upward. A long, thin arm tore through the drywall. Gray skin, black claws, fingers too many to count. It reached for her hair. She ducked and ran to a corner. The wall bulged, like something huge was pressing against it from the other side. Then she saw a sentence scratched into the paint. With her own handwriting, "He is the door." Emily sobbed. The creature's head pushed out halfway. Jaw unhinged wider than humanly possible. Voice bubbling wetly. "Emily, you promised you wouldn't forget me." She recognized the voice. Her ex-fiancé, Jeremy. Dead 3 years. A car accident. She identified the body. or what she thought was his body. The doorknob twisted again from outside. Emily screamed, "Mark, help!" Mark opened the door just enough to pull her through. The wall behind them collapsed outward as a giant dark shape burst through. Mark slammed the door and locked it. He grabbed Emily. "You shouldn't have opened it. I tried to keep you safe." Emily stared in horror. Mark wasn't scared. He was angry. She yelled, "What is happening?" Mark looked at the door. "You knew him. He loved you. Too much. He won't leave you alone. Not even death stopped him." The creature smashed the door from inside. Mark whispered, "Run." They fled outside. Emily collapsed in the yard, gasping for air. Mark said, "He followed you from the crash. I built that room to contain him." Emily cried, "Why didn't you tell me?" Mark replied, "Would you have stayed?" The ground below them rumbled. The house shook violently. The door splintered, even from outside. The thing roared, a sound of choking on dirt. Mark stood up, determined. "Keep running. Don't look back." Emily ran into the street. When she turned around, Mark was gone. The creature was gone. And the house stood silent. Police arrived. They searched the house. No broken walls. No monstrous creature. No Mark. Just one room at the end of the hallway. Empty. Door wide open. In the center of the floor, Emily's name, carved into the wood. Over and over again. Freshly cut. And on the wall, in a voice message recorded automatically, "Emily, I'm still here." Emily Carter escaped the room. She escaped the monster. She escaped the house. But she did not escape him. The creature that once lived behind a locked door has learned how to open others. And now, the door isn't in her home anymore. It's following her. Emily set up her phone to record while she slept. The next morning, she reviewed footage. 3:03 a.m. The closet door handle twisted, but did not open. Then a shape pressed against the door from the inside. A head, long fingers curling around the edges. As the shape pulled away, a whisper came through the speaker. "You can't change your name." Emily saw a psychologist, Dr. Keller. He believed she was suffering from trauma-induced hallucinations. She showed him the video. He smiled gently. Our minds can fabricate convincing images under stress. He paused the video at the exact moment the figure appeared. He zoomed in on the hand. His face changed, fear replacing logic. "Emily, I don't think this is psychological." He wanted to help. He asked to speak to Mark. Emily shook her head. "Mark is gone." Dr. Keller led her into his private basement office. Walls lined with files labeled "Door Entities," "Attachment Phenomenon," "Post-Mortem Obsession." He'd seen others like her, victims whose loved ones died, but never left. He showed Emily a photo of a man smiling next to his wife. Behind them, a hallway door was slightly open. Next photo, the wife gone, the door wide open, a long arm reaching out. Emily whispered, "Why me?" Dr. Keller replied, "Because he remembers you, more than his own death." Emily received a voicemail from Mark. Static, breathing, struggling. Then Mark's panicked whisper, "Run, whatever you do." A deep voice interrupted. "Mine." Screaming. Call ended. The phone screen glitched. A new audio file appeared. Named. "Emily, listen." Against her better judgment, she pressed play. "I see you. Is less than is less than. Don't hide. Is less than is less than. You let me in. Is less than is less than." And then, quietly, "Open the door. Is less than is less than." Emily dropped the phone. The closet door handle twisted. She fled the motel, driving fast. Too fast. She kept checking the rearview mirror. The motel behind her grew smaller, but the door did not stay behind. As she drove, the road ahead shimmered heat-haze distortion in the cold night. She braked. The old hallway door from her house was standing upright in the middle of the road, her name carved over and over again into the wood. Emily, Emily, Emily. And then one more word, freshly cut. Now. The door creaked open. Darkness inside. Something crawled out. Emily screamed and drove off the road. Everything went black. Emily woke up in a hospital room. Bright lights. Nurse standing over her. You were in a car accident. You're safe now. Emily sighed with relief. First relief she'd felt in days, until she noticed something. Only one door in the room. No bathroom door. No exit sign door. Just one. The nurse smiled strangely. You have a visitor. She walked to the door, twisted the handle slowly. Emily screamed. Don't open it. Too late. The hallway door opened into pure black. The nurse was yanked inside. Not a sound. Gone. The door closed. Emily tried to run, nowhere to go. The door opened again on its own. The creature stood there, wearing Mark's face. Broken. Wrong. Stretched too wide. Voice echoing. You made a promise. Forever. Emily sobbed. I don't love you anymore. The creature leaned close, teeth crooked and grinding. Then I'll make you remember. It grabbed her wrist, and the door slammed shut behind them, leaving only the sound of scratching and Emily's name carved deeper and deeper.